Hi, do you ever feel like you just don't fully belong anywhere? The conversations that you have with your friends are surface level, and whenever you are in a conversation, you just don't fully feel like you are there. It's not disconnected, but subtly detached. Like you can be laughing and talking for hours, and you feel like you're not fully a part of it. I do feel like that the conversations that I used to love and they used to hit, but they're just not resonating anymore. And I'm not enjoying the company of a person that I used to love like a week ago, and something has just fully changed. But many people take this change in the wrong way. They think that there's something wrong with them, or they are not fitting in the society anymore. They would isolate themselves. But the real reason is you did your inner work. You sat with your demons, you held them, and you integrated with them. There's nothing that can actually possibly trigger you for now. And that's where your identity shift is happening. Your internal world is changing. It's not that something is wrong with you. It's just that your internal world is changing. So is your external world. What is identity shift? Identity shift means the way you look at yourself, it changes. The view of others, the view of this whole world around you, it changes. So that's why the things that you used to like, actually love, you don't like them anymore. They don't excite you anymore. The friends, the company that you used to enjoy and sit in, it doesn't resonate with you anymore, and you feel like an outcast in your own body, in your own house, in your own friendship circle, because your identity has changed. You're a totally different person now. Your identity is changeable, but the observer of the identity remains same. Identity is equal to exposure, repetition. That's what identity is. There are many reasons for why it happens, especially after your inner work. After you sit with your demons and your shadows, maybe you were acting for seeking validation, seeking attention externally, for you to feel satisfied in your own life. But now things are changing. You're acting from peace, joy, bliss, whatever works best for yourself, not externally, not from somebody else. And that's why the company, the friends that you used to like, and they have a certain perception of you. And when that perception changes, they think something is wrong with you. Not necessarily all of them. And sometimes also that you are in a phase of identity change. Like your old identity is almost dead and the new one is still forming. So you are in the middle ground. So it's like you do not feel fully grounded in the new one yet, and the old one hasn't fully gone. So that could also be a vulnerable time as well. That may be also the reason why you wanna isolate yourself and let yourself sit and finally see yourself. Where do I lie? And that's a time where you just give yourself time to understand yourself, to align your inner world and let the external world align with yourself. You gotta give it some time as well. Now, here's the honest truth. This does not mean that society is the problem, or your friends are the problem, or that also doesn't mean you are the problem. It only means that you are developing more awareness. You see through people, you see their patterns instead of them as a person. You start seeing them as patterns, as identities, and there's nothing really they can hide from you. And that's kind of the curse, I would say. But as you give yourself time, do not fully isolate yourself. Don't jump to conclusions like I'm different from the society, I'm never gonna interact with people. Just give it a time, and when that new identity forms, the external world is gonna align with yourself, align with your internal one automatically. Thank you for watching.